Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
How is everyone?
Good.
Had a nice breakfast, a nice sleep.
No.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Graham, for giving me opportunity. Anyway, today I'm going to present my research action, which is the impact of student engagement on enhancing employment skill in my business study. So first of all, I'd like to discuss about the background of my study. So I teach Big Tech Business Studies level 2 and 3, and in FE College, which is affiliated by Pearson Education. My majority students come from different cultural background, and they present their experience, memory, costume, values. So, and the outcome of this course, which I'm going to teach them, they have to look for the apprenticeship or entry-level job or higher study after finish their level 2 and level 3. And my research action is both male and female. So by doing this action research, it will help them by actively engaging them for their study. It will help them for preparing for their employment, further employment, and also gaining necessary skill. So my point is that why I'm taking this, why my study is very significant, and why I'm taking this theory. So the Brookfield said every teacher must engage the reflective practice by observing action and exploring or examining their assumption by testing their Brookfield 4 lens. And my question is that why I'm taking this research action. So Reka highlighted most of the teacher has been facing challenging to their engagement into the lesson. So that's why I'm also facing the same problem. When I start my teaching career, when I start my placement, I'm facing huge challenge to engage the classroom. So there is lots of issues going on. Sometimes it's a behavior issue, they don't focus. So as a result, I was thinking I'm going to do something, and I'm going to do research. I can improve myself, I can reflect myself. So that's the reason I'm going to choose this topic. So based on the Brookfield 4 lens, I'm going to discuss in later self-reflection, student eyes, lived experience, and theoretical revealing. So now I would like to discuss my subject specialism and also pedagogy principle. For example, everything is written there, but I'm gonna explain in details. So I was graduated and postgraduate both in marketing specialized, and now I've been teaching like in different school, different college through the SNC. Now I'm teaching in FE College as a business lecturer. College is 6th form, and my pedagogy principle is fostering engagement, student-centered approach, differential instruction and multi-resources, collaborative learning, ICT integration, inclusive learning environment, scaffolding, and variety of assessment. And end of the day, or end of the lesson, I will provide meaningful feedback for all my students. So this is my pedagogy principle, and by the same way, I have to respect the Pearson guideline, because most of the students will get this certificate for the Pearson our body. So the Pearson guideline, they will get a vocational qualification and skill-based learning. So after that, the student will develop their critical skill, their problem-solving skill, and cognitive process. So my pedagogy content knowledge in my teaching. First of all, I would like to respect Salman, what he said. Pedagogy, content knowledge, that the way you I'm delivering to the student, it has to be the acceptable or accessible or understandable for the student. That's what Solomon said. So my question is that what my pedagogy, what my content knowledge or pedagogy knowledge. So I divided the two color. So my pedagogy principle is differentiation, assessment, scaffolding, and classroom management. And my content knowledge is the hands-on activity, research-based activity, project-based activities, game-based learning, and an idea, fact, or real life application, and principle of the marketing, and also giving some vocabulary for the marketing related subject. So this is my pedagogic principle and content knowledge and my pedagogy knowledge. So now I'm gonna give you one example what I'm teaching with my pedagogy content and pedagogy knowledge. So let's talk about 4 P's development in a real life application. So 4 P is like in a product, price, promotion, and place. So I would like to develop how these 4 P can develop in a real life. So this is my example. First of all, I will give you, I will ask some question to my student for the prior knowledge and with engagement. So first of all, I will ask this my old students, what is your favorite trainer or games? And why did you buy these things? So definitely my majority student will give their personal opinion. So my core content use this. I will use simple discussion to the all of the class, asking for the 4 product. Someone will say, I like Nike Air, Nike Jaguar, Nike Plus, or Nike Force. So then I will discuss with the how much did you buy these things? Did you buy these like by discount or sales? Then I will discuss the why did you buy from this? Buy online or by store? Then after that I will say how did you know this product? They will say different opinions. So my focus is core concept. I will give this question to all my students, and they will give their answer. So I will collect their answer. So I will collect from their all answer. So that means I will connect with this engagement. At the same time, I will deliver my core concept. What is 4 P's? So that we will understand. Then after that, I will supply learning activities. So I will develop individual, pair, or groups activity based on their passionate or based on their what are they like. So they said most of the teenagers they are passionate for the smart device. So I give this real life example like the smart device or smartphone. Then after that real life example, and after that I will show some 2 or 3 minutes video. What is 4 P's? 4 P's based on this real life example. It can be the soft drinks, Coca-Cola, or anything else, or anything. Then after that, the assessment method, I will assess different formative assessment. It could be multiple choice. It could be like answer to questions or anything else. So on this assessment, I'm gonna use taxonomy verb to like from basic to advanced. It will carry their learning progress from basic to advanced. Then after that, later on, I'll give the feedback, the meaningful feedback, and also I'll give this some homework as well. This is my example for my PCK. So inclusion practice. So according to the Harvard Adams University says many of the academic institution has been has been practicing inclusion practice a lot, but most of the popularity is celebration of diversity is one of the most important. So based on his research or their research, my inclusion practice in my teaching has to be everyone work together as a team. So it will help them to different level student. I will swap them different level student. So it will promote them to their self-respect, and they will show their different individuality. And also because of this, I was in different multi-source resources, which is uploaded their own team system. So it is full flexible for them. They can use anytime, or they can communicate to me anytime. And also in my questioning session, I will allow my old student, they can give you their own opinion, and it will help them to equal right to ask any type of question with respect. So this is my inclusion practice, and my research action and action research and connecting with my reflection practice. I can share my one experience. I teach two level group, level B and level A or level B. Level A I teach Monday, and level B I teach Wednesday. So whatever I teach in level BTech marketing, principal marketing level A, which doesn't work well, or is something which is work very well, or in the area I need to improve, which is I reflect on my level B. So by doing these things, it will refine my teaching style, and it will help my career or understanding for the level, understanding the old student, the profile, and also it will help me to adjust my teaching. So the critical incidents in professional life and learning. Because my focus in primary focus to student, engage the student a lot. So I give a lots of tasks, I give you like at least 4 activities in my 1 hour lessons. So sometimes I student find very difficulty when I found that when I give a group task to my old student, some of the student, my few like low learner student are finding very difficult to complete their tasks. And even though they couldn't, they are sometimes some students are confused what to do. So this critical incident makes me upset and demotivated, and it is worrying me to practice more. So that was my critical incidents, and the model plan for action research. So as I mentioned you previously, I used Brookfield 4-lens theory. So what the Griff says, reflecting practice is an analogy mirror, which is showcase difference between bad and good experience. In this contrast, my research I will focus on student eyes, because why I'm doing student eyes, I believe so in my observation, to respect the student preference is very important for the old teacher to build up the successful teaching career. I believe that. And so first of all, I will explain a little bit all my Brookfield theory, the self-reflection. So because my primary focus to engage the students, so I divided 3 or 4 activities in my lesson. So some is homework or something like that. So I noticed some students are finding very difficult to complete that one, and they are confused. This is my self-reflection. And second, student eyes. I discuss with the student what they like, what they don't like. So they share their personal views and opinion. And the colleague, I discussed with my experience, my mentor. This is I done, but it doesn't work well, and the students are not motivated at all. And she also mentioned some point which is very relevant for me and theoretical. Then after that I researched myself, I studied a lot, finding some adjustment teaching or some apply of differential instruction for them, which is helping them to understand. So next, my second point. My second point is that by adopting the student eyes, I understand the student action, their emotion. So because they say it's heavy workload, so I found most of the students are confused, and also the material and they're feeling very sad. So that makes me worry, and I found this is because of the student are different background, different culture. It will reflect for them. So I respect their views, and I found two things. We had a discussion. I found there two things, which is like and dislike. What they like and what they don't like. That they don't like, in my recent research, they don't like broad discussion. They don't like at all. And they don't like the heavy humor or heavy activities. And also they don't like traditional text-based study. The valid point they mentioned, they don't like it. Whatever they like, they said, we like ICT integration. They like game-based learning. They like multimedia. They like and pop culture. They like all video stuff, and they learn. And second thing, they like role playing, kinesthetic style. They want to play something. They want to do something. Like for example, if I deliver with a customer service, so my student will be customer, another student will be the employer. So they will discuss with these things. They like this kind of activities, and also they like positive relationship with the teacher, which is very important for everyone. Then after that I was thinking I'm going to do research on this. So all my data collection, I divided two data collection. What is quantity? What is quality? Quality, I give this questionnaire to them and ask them. I ran just a little interview with them, which is quality. Quantity, I will find the numerical value like number, test or attendance score. Then I will find if this work or not. So this is the graph, which is I found the result. So most of the students attend this more than 80%, and at the test score, majority student like between 6 to 8, and their student feedback, majority feedback is like, if I'm talking, the average is 80%. So after that I found this, my action research group filter is what better. And also I will find some lackings also, which is I need to improve a lot, because when I developed the questionnaire for all my students, I was thinking that was a basic, so I need to sit down with the deep understanding, deep interview, which will help me in future. And my last part is my reflection and further step. So in future, if I to reflect my practice, reflect my teaching, so I would like to develop in my future to build a positive relation with them. So it will help me to connect with them, so I can discuss with them with like their real experience. So I can give you deep interview with them, which will help me to improvement and to adjust my teaching style. So that's all for everyday today. Thank you very much for everything today. If you have a question, you can ask me. If you directly want to share something, you can ask me. Anyone have any questions? Not really?
I've got one.
Yes.
If no one else has. Can you say why you particularly chose the student eyes of Brookfield?
Okay.
I thought you explained Brookfield.
Okay,
very well.
I discussed the previous my slides. The author said, the Reka said, the student preference is very important for the all teachers, because because if I'm not respecting their views, they're not understanding their emotion. I'm not understanding their perception, what they want. So I don't think whatever I study, whatever I do research, what I make my teaching, it doesn't work. I have to respect them, I have to listen to them, I have to show my empathy to them and respect them, and it will help me for them. And also I show this on evidence, which is relevant, because every teacher listens to the student views. We have to give the right voice of choice.
I have a question.
Yes.
So, before doing your evaluation and experiment, and then doing your evaluation, what was the most difference you saw with your students?
Good question.
The most of the important is the workload, because on base my management, my college management, they're forcing me to everyone get the distinction merit. So to get this level, so they need to study a lot. They need to do lots of research by themselves. They have to work a lot at home. So because I know majority student doesn't want to study at home, so when they come for 1 hour 30 minutes, I'll develop lots of activities. The activities start from the basic to advanced. So when they cross the advanced level, then they will get this merit or distinction. Other not. The basic is only for the past curriculum. So this is the overload working is heavy for them. Anything else?
Anyone
Yes.
else?
I've got one more.
Yes.
Now that you've done the trial,
Yes.
I think I'm hearing you're saying it was pretty successful.
Okay.
How will you continue to test out the success of that trial?
Okay. Because I mentioned this, like I teach lab 2 group, group B, group A. Whatever doesn't work group A,
Right.
I reflect in group B. Then I find the result. Is it work or not? Again, I will continue the same thing. Same thing. If I go different college, different style, I will do the same thing. Then definitely at end of the time or end of the period, I will refine my teaching, which is acceptable for everyone.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you. How about
Okay.